We are sacrificing the mental health of an entire generation on the altar of an obsolete work model. The 4-day week isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. The data's clear. Where it's been implemented, burnout has plummeted, happiness has soared, and productivity has remained the same, if not higher. We're talking about unleashing human potential, not just cutting hours.
That's a romantic vision that collides with the hard math of reality. Who pays for this unleashed human potential? How do you explain that to the nurse who can't leave a ward uncovered on a Friday? Or to the factory worker whose company competes with China, not a consulting startup? Yours isn't a lifeline. It's a millstone that would sink our productive fabric, creating an elite of the well-rested and a mass of workers who are either more squeezed or worse, unemployed.
You're making the mistake of thinking in terms of subtraction, not transformation. This isn't about working one less day, it's about working radically smarter. The companies that succeed with this model didn't just turn off the lights on Thursday evening, they declared war on inefficiency, pointless meetings, suffocating bureaucracy, presenteeism. They replaced control with trust, quantity with quality. It's a cultural revolution, not just a schedule change.
A cultural revolution that only giants with million-dollar consulting budgets can afford. For the small and medium-sized businesses, the backbone of this country, your war on inefficiency translates into a race against time. The same workload, the same deadlines compressed into 4 days. That's not well-being, it's intensified stress. And it creates a paradox. The enlightened 4-day company has an urgent need on Friday and dumps it on its 5-day supplier. That's not progress. It's shifting the burden onto the weakest link in the chain.
The weakest link is a demotivated, exhausted worker who lives for the weekend as their only reason for being. You talk about stress, I talk about focus. When you know you have 3 days to recharge for your family, for yourself, your energy and dedication during the 4 work days reach a peak the old model can never match. Companies that adopt it see absenteeism and turnover plummet. It's not a cost, it's the greatest investment you can make in loyalty and creativity.
Loyalty and creativity don't pay the bills if your customers turn to more responsive competitors elsewhere in the world. While we debate having Friday off, the global market accelerates. We risk becoming a beautiful well-being theme park while real production, manufacturing, logistics moves to where a constant presence is guaranteed. Your vision doesn't just pit 2 work models against each other, but 2 countries, a first-class one for the protected knowledge workers and a second-class one that does the actual work and foots the bill for their utopia.
And what's the alternative? To keep glorifying burnout? To accept that life must be a footnote to work? The real competitiveness of the future will no longer be based on exploiting hours, but on the ability to attract and retain the best talent. And today's talent no longer trades their time and their health for a mere paycheck. To deny this reality isn't pragmatism, it's condemning our companies to a slow, inevitable decline, losing the brightest minds.
The brightest talent is useless in a bankrupt company. Ethics isn't about promising a dream the system can't support. It's about ensuring the sustainability of that system. Yours is not a vision of the future. It's the creation of a privilege for the few, paid for with the insecurity of the many. The true human cost of this revolution won't be paid by the manager and their optimized conference call, but by the factory worker whose company loses an order or the shop assistant whose store has to cut staff. Progress that leaves the majority behind isn't called progress. It's called privilege.
Privilege is thinking you can continue to use people as exhaustible resources. The 4-day week isn't the answer to everything, but it is the right question. It forces us to ask, how can we organize work to enhance human intelligence instead of wasting it? The companies that have found an answer would never go back. They've discovered that well-being isn't the enemy of productivity. It is its most powerful and sustainable fuel.
Let's not confuse a clever marketing campaign with a universal economic law. Realism is not the enemy of progress. It is its prerequisite. Before we redesign the week, let's make sure the foundations of our economy are solid enough to withstand the renovation. Imposing a single model on a complex system is a dogmatic leap of faith. And history teaches us that when faith collides with reality, the price is never paid by the prophets, but by ordinary people.